welcome to the Crypto Nest. Alright, so let's go check it out. What happened? I haven't been doing videos anyway because, yeah, I was expecting a new low. We actually got it. And I don't know if for the members that it's been a while that they follow me, they kind of now associated that every time I go in vacation, there is a new low or something, yeah, impulsive happen either to the upside, but perhaps most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it goes in the bottom. And why I like crypto, I tend to disconnect when I'm in vacation, or try to anyway, even though I was going back and forth at least 3 to 4 times, you know, to my room to go and check out the updates. Yes, I leave it in the room, so I'm not always there. So it is good to once in a while disconnect. And yeah, so this is exactly what happened. I was keep saying, this structure would look very, much better with a new another lower low, a local lower low. Now we got it. You can see that we did touch perfectly the 0.618. Yeah, well, now honestly this could be done. Can we go a little bit lower? Yes, we can, but it wouldn't be ideal. And you can see now this downtrend line, very solid now. It's has let's check here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is very strong downtrend line. If we can manage to break it, then that would be amazing. If I go on the maybe 4 hours, once again my internet today it's slow. I think it's my computer though, so I need to reinstall the system. All right, so you can see that it looks like Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, it's kind of trying to manage to use the MA50 as a support. The blue line here is the MA200, and once again we do have this downtrend line here. So it would be very, very positive if today we manage to break this very long-term downtrend, perhaps even break the MA200 and go a little bit higher. That would be very, very, very good. If we can reach the 0.786, 89,000 or even higher, that would be my first honestly hint that something more bullish is happening. And for the moment, let me see here. Let me go on the 1 hour and do some micro counting. Can I manage to say that this... Yeah, okay, let me see here. So I don't really like calling this a 1 and a 2. Let me see here. Maybe I can say that this is an A, a B, and a C. I need to really check more in detail during the day how I'm going to manage to count that. If I count this an A, this is A, B, C for the 2. So this is a 1, this is a 2. And now this could be the third wave, and we just made an A, a B, and we should be working on a C. So this is something maybe I'm looking at, but I'm going to go and check more into details. Once again, this wave, potential wave 2, was so deep that, I don't really feel comfortable calling this a wave 1, and this is wave 2. And yeah, no, I wouldn't go with that one. Let me go and check the RSIs on the 8 hours. So yeah, you see now stock RSI, it's already cooling off a little bit. RSI can still have time or power to go a little bit higher. So this is what we are maybe looking at. And just wanna go a quick glance on Ethereum. So Ethereum, it did do as well a new lower low. Now if you recall well, let me zoom out a little bit so we can see. So this was the top of the third wave, and I was counting this as a B, and a C. Now the problem with that, once again, it's yeah, it did go a little bit too deep for a fourth wave, for buy likes. The other scenario was that this is the third. This is let me check here. Yeah, I was counting. It wouldn't be an impulse anyway. It doesn't look like impulsion. So let me take the brush now. It will be easier to follow. And I was saying the scenario, this could have been the A, this is the B, and all this was the C, and this is the wave 1 in red, and then we have an A, a B, and a C, and that allows to go much lower. I can count this as a wave 2, 1-to-1 ratio wave A, wave C, while we went to the limit, to the 1.618, like almost 1400, even a little below. And yeah, so the wave 2 is 0.786, 1436. We kind of go a little bit lower than that. Now what we need to see if this count is possible and it's working out. Well, we need to see now an impulsive movement to the upside. Well, first of all, we do have, well, it's kind of weak, right? But we do have this yellow downtrend line. Here, I can remove this one. This was a very short one. So first one, it's here. You can see that it's pretty much the same level as the MA50. So if price can, I would love to say an impulsive movement to the upside and just break those two potential resistance as a border and go higher would be amazing. If we could reach the MA200 in one shot, that would be a very nice, strong signal that, you know, something more bullish is happening. And, you know, the cherry on top of the sundae, if we could do that as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that, then yeah, that would be very, very encouraging and would be a real solid hint. Even though it's just a hint, it's not a guarantee, because nothing is guaranteed in markets, that first hint that, you know, this was indeed probability very high. It was the bottom of this local correction. Alright, so this is pretty much all for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Have a good day.